everyone, this is Hamzawi Mohammed, a 3D artist and professional graphic designer, and welcome to this series on creating a 2D platformer game using only free and open source tools. Here, as you can see in the Godot Game Engine, I use a Tilemap node with a tileset texture that I created in the Inkscape graphics editor. Why did I choose this method? Because it is a common and effective technique in game development. It makes level design much easier by allowing you to paint environments using ready-made tiles, instead of importing many separate platform images into the project folder every time. This also helps keep the project more organized and reduces the final game size. So, let's get into it. In Inkscape, we are going to start with a new blank project. In our case, we will use the rectangle tool to create the platform parts, since the shapes are simple and do not require complex geometry. We are also going to follow a clean, simple, and flat design style for the game. Rectangles in Inkscape come with a handle at the top right corner that allows you to adjust the roundness of the corners. By dragging it while clicking, you can control how rounded the corners become. The same settings can then be applied to the new rectangle used for the second part of the platform. That's it, our shapes are ready to go. The next step is to give them their own colors, green for the top part, which represents grass, and brown for the bottom part, which represents dirt. To change the colors of the shapes, we can use the Fill and Stroke panel. It contains controls for the fill color and the outline color, also known as the stroke color. It also includes the stroke style section, where we can adjust the thickness and style of the outline. We also need to remove the white outline. To do that, select the objects and click on any color to change the stroke color. Click the X mark, which means no color. You can find this option in two different areas, as shown here. Another way to remove the outline is by lowering the opacity using the alpha channel slider. And that's how you can change colors in Inkscape. We want the green part to sit on top of the brown part to give the viewer a better sense of depth. To do that, select the green object and click the option here called Raise Selection to Top. This will move it to the front of the hierarchy, placing it above the other object. Now let's create a grid that simulates the Godot Tilemap grid. This will help us place our tiles correctly and test the layout before exporting the tileset to Godot. First, I will create a 3x5 grid to represent our tile map. Then I'll place my platform over it so that each square in the grid corresponds to a specific part of the platform. Before making any destructive edits, I will duplicate all the objects to ensure I still have the original versions in case something goes wrong during the process. Next, I'll press X on the keyboard to activate the Boolean cut operation. This allows us to slice the object using the grid shapes. After that, I simply click on the parts of the object that I want to keep and hit Enter to finish. Now, our tiles are ready. However, it looks like they need proper square containers to fit correctly within the grid system. To fix this, I will copy a square from the grid and use it as a reference container. Then I will place each tile inside its own square, making sure everything is aligned properly and fits perfectly within the grid structure. I'll also duplicate the grid and extend it so it better simulates the Godot Tilemap system. Now I can start painting platforms on this extended grid using our tiles. I'll do this either by copying and pasting the tiles directly into the grid or simply duplicating them as needed. As you can see here, we can also flip the left part horizontally to match the right side. To do this, simply click the icon here that says Object Flip Horizontal. Sometimes the tiles don't fit together seamlessly. When that happens, we can fix it by editing the tile itself. To do this, double-click on the tile group to enter isolation mode. Then adjust the shape inside by moving it so it slightly intersects with the neighboring shape, improving the connection between tiles. Once you're done, simply click on any other object outside the group to exit the tile editing mode. Now, I tried to create a different platform using the existing tiles, but I noticed that we were missing certain pieces for some areas. To solve this, I used the same approach as before. I double-clicked the tile group and modified the shape inside so it would match and connect properly with the neighboring tiles. Now that we have all the essential tiles needed to build platforms of any length or size, the only thing left to do is define the tilemap area we want to export. To do that, create a rectangle over the desired section and remove its outline. This will serve as the export boundary. Then simply export the image and import it into the Godot Engine. If you found this video useful and want to see the next episode, please consider smashing that subscribe button and dropping a like for more content like this. Thank you all for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.